Did you know that over 72% of horror fans have experienced real physical reactions while watching their favorite scary movies? From chills to increased heart rate and even fainting, some films don't just scare you, they haunt you. Tonight, we're diving into those cinematic nightmares that went a little too far, even for horror itself. Welcome to the dark side of cinema, where fear meets art and boundaries blur. In this video, we'll explore the most terrifying horror movies ever made. Films so intense, they didn't just test audiences. They tested the filmmakers, the actors, and sometimes the very limits of storytelling. Horror is one of the oldest and most daring genres in cinema. Yet, in today's world, audiences are harder to scare than ever. We've seen it all. Jump scares, possessed dolls, haunted houses, masked killers, and with each new release, the bar for terror rises higher. For filmmakers, the real challenge isn't just to frighten you, it's to make you feel fear again. That raw, spine-tingling unease that stays long after the credits roll. Some directors turn to psychological horror, digging deep into the human mind. Others go physical, pushing violence and realism until you almost wish you could look away. But somewhere between art and obsession lies a dangerous question. How far is too far? Through the years, certain horror films have dared to cross that invisible line. Take The Exorcist, 1973, the film that had audiences fainting in theaters and priests blessing the seats. It proved that horror could be both spiritual and shocking, forever changing how we experience supernatural terror. Then came The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, a film so gritty and raw that people swore they'd witnessed something real. It wasn't the gore, it was the atmosphere, the dirt, the madness that made it unforgettable. In the 2000s, horror went global. Japan gave us Ringu and Ju-on, films that didn't rely on blood but on silence, timing, and dread that crawled under your skin. And let's not forget the experimental shockers, the ones banned, whispered about, dissected in film schools. These films didn't just entertain, they provoked. They asked, what if horror could reveal who we really are when we're afraid? And that brings us to one movie, a film that stands above, or maybe below them all. A film so unrelenting, so psychologically disturbing, that even the bravest horror fans question their limits. Ari Aster's Hereditary, 2018, is a masterclass in psychological horror, blending family tragedy with supernatural dread. The film follows the Graham family as they unravel disturbing secrets after the death of their secretive matriarch. With meticulous direction, haunting performances, especially from Toni Collette, and an atmosphere thick with unease, Hereditary explores grief, guilt, and the inescapable pull of destiny. Aster's restrained pacing and visual precision turn ordinary domestic spaces into arenas of terror. Without relying on cliches, the film delivers existential horror that lingers long after viewing, establishing Hereditary as one of the most unsettling and artful modern horror masterpieces. All these films don't just scare you, they consume you. They strip away comfort, turning fear into something intimate, something deeply human. You don't leave these movies thinking about monsters under the bed. You leave thinking about the monsters inside us. From classic possession tales to psychological spirals, from American slashers to European extremities, these films remind us that fear is more than screams and shadows. It's the emotion that keeps horror alive, evolving, daring, and forever testing our limits. Now it's your turn. Which movie truly got too far for you? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Share your scariest viewing experience. Until then, keep the lights low and your mind open. Because in horror, the scariest things are always the ones you can't unsee.